Hello. Okay, I'm just going to share a few things, just some random stuff, because I thought it's worth sharing. So the other day when I was outside and I was sitting with the father and I started to walk back home, I heard a random word come into my head, and the word was silo. So I had no idea what that meant, so I looked it up. And I forgot my bit of paper. I wrote what it meant, but it was something like that to store grain on a farm in a tower or a pit. And the next bit was a chamber underground getting ready to fire a missile. And then the next bit was isolate from others. Now, the first bit, Jesus is coming and he's going to separate his wheat from the chaff. So that means he's going to separate the wheat, which is his people, into the high tower, and the chaff into a pit. And the next bit is, chamber underground getting ready to fire a missile. Obviously that means war. So war's about to happen. And the last bit, isolate from others. Well, at first I was kind of just thinking that the Father has isolated his people spiritually from the world, but then it's like obvious, like we're in isolation. So I think he's just saying that all of this is going to happen during this lockdown period. And this lockdown period is not going to fully give up or go back to how people want it to go back to normal until the vaccine comes out. And they're blatantly telling you this, so it's not me like being delusional or anything. Things won't go back to completely normal, until everyone receives a vaccine, but things aren't going to go back to normal. We're living in the end times, and some other thing I thought I should share was, in one of my videos I mentioned how I heard in a dream rapture happens April 19, and I wasn't sure how to take it because at the time I was too sick to analyse it. And I know in the Bible it says no man knows the day or hour, but it also says that those who are watching will not be caught off guard. So I understand that the Father gives us clues, and just to encourage us and let us know that we're in the time. And so I thought it was real interesting. I was watching some people on YouTube yesterday, and they said that they found something pretty amazing on, I think it's called Stellarium, which is you can look at the stars on the internet and the formations that they'll make. So they said that there's going to be a Revelation 12 sign in the sky on September 19, and I'll leave the video so you know what I'm talking about, but I decided to count the days from April 19 to September 19, and I don't think it's a coincidence. I think that this is just how the Father talks to keep us encouraged. I'm not saying this is the day the rapture is going to happen. It could very well happen before that. But this is just, he's showing us the time that we're in. And the days between April 19 and September 19 was 153 days. So I'll put under this video why that's important. But and the other day I heard, when I was just about to fall asleep, I heard audibly, it is the time. So people really need to it's just look at what's happening in the world and stuff. Jesus is the truth, and he actually is coming really soon, and he wants us to be aware of the time that we're in, so we can come to him and he can deliver us from this whole world. and take us to be with Him for all eternity. I want to share my actual testimony because I haven't shared that, and I have tried to film it, but I'm not quite ready to share it because it's really hard. But I do feel like it is helpful to share. So maybe I'll try and do that one day soon. But what else? Oh, one more thing. I've had quite a lot of dreams about oh wait, hang on. I thought I pushed a button. I've had a lot of dreams about packing and like going home, and just one dream was I had a bag packed, and on the bag was a price tag, and the price tag said $201, and in the dream my vision zoomed up on it, and so I knew it was important, but I had this like half a year ago, so I had no idea. And then something in the bag also had a price tag, and the price tag said $30. So I know he was highlighting those numbers for some reason, and I just saw yesterday that there's something called Event 201 for this pandemic, and it's all part of the same people involved with trying to get the vaccine out and all of that. So I don't quite understand all of it because I haven't actually researched it that much, but I just thought I'd share that. There's lots of things I really want to share, but I just can't. So, but yeah, I'll talk about some other stuff like that. Okay, see ya. Oh, I've had a lot of dreams about. Oh yeah, I've had a lot of dreams about two moons, and like at one point I had 2 moon dreams every night for like 2 weeks in a row, and I've had dreams about blood moons, and I saw, I saw a vision a while back. I had a flash vision of the number 13 in a red circle, I think it was. And oh no, I had a vision of the number 13 on a clock, and it was flashing in red writing. And anyway, about a week or so after that, I was outside and the moon was really yellow, so I stayed watching it, and then it was like 11 at night, and then it got darker and darker until it got blood red, and this was an unscheduled blood red moon that was in New Zealand skies on November 13 around 11:30, 12 o'clock. So I know that's obviously important, but don't know why. And the 2 moon thing, I'll try and link a video under this. People have been catching on, like their cameras and stuff, a darkened moon behind the moon that we see, and so there are already 2 moons in the sky, and I understand that at the 6th seal the moon is darkened or turned to blood, and so is the sun. And I wonder, just a thought, I wonder if the seal plays out not exactly all at once, but like over a period of time, but because some of these things are happening, like the moon is possibly darkened, or they have a backup moon for when the moon is darkened. But and moon. Okay. Alright, okay. See ya.